Okay. Okay. I think we are live. Hello, everybody. My name is Aiden, and welcome back to another stream. This is an Orlando Magic and Chicago Bulls watch-along in in this next Bulls game. And my, oh my, has it been an interesting couple of days since the last time we did a watch-along. All of a sudden, we went from that watch-along against the Bucks being frustrated and miserable to watch, in all honesty, coming into this game against the Orlando Magic, and we have a lot of questions, just a whole bunch of questions, and not a whole lot of answers, in all honesty. So yeah, we got a lot to look forward to in terms of this stream and in terms of this, I guess, watch along. But before we get any further, if you enjoy the stream at any point, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. And again, let me know in the comments below your thoughts about everything that's going on. What are your thoughts about this game? Obviously, again, I think DeMar DeRozan is out of this game. I think a couple other guys might be out of this game as well. So that's going to be interesting to see. But also, just let me know on the current Bull situation. What are your thoughts? Again, I don't really know what to say. Hold on. We do get a chat from Jordan, but man, I thought OBS changed. Why can I not see the full chat? Okay, I'm gonna have to be right back, guys. Literally, they're not letting me see the whole thing. So give me 2 seconds as I go and get the iPad. I'm back. They also got rid of all my overlays. Oh my goodness. OBS, man, what happened? All right. That's all good. Okay, let's see. Now I should be able to look at the full chat. I just got to find my own live stream, which is actually proving to be very difficult, but we'll get there. All right, Zach LaVine is playing, by the way. It's a question a lot of people didn't know if it would happen, but Zach is playing. And now we are here. Okay. So let's see what Jordan has to say in this beautiful chat. This is random, but I saw this and was impressed. If the Bulls somewhat blow it up, I'd love to see Sonogu get bench minutes. These are his G League stats: 14 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks, 18 points, 9 rebounds, and then 14 points, 11 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. I'm assuming this is in the G League, of course. Yes, that's what he says. Okay, well, look, if we blow it up, I guess anything's up for question. You can, Dalen Terry should get minutes, Onogu should get minutes, Phillips should get minutes, even guys like Justin Lewis should get minutes. The whole nine, everybody should be getting minutes if we do somewhat blow it up. But again, I'm going to keep saying this, as long as the Chicago Bulls plan to keep DeMar DeRozan, I refuse to believe the Bulls are going to blow it up. They're going to go for a retool instead. It has to be both. I can't see how we can rebuild and keep one of them. It just doesn't make sense to me. And that includes Nikola Vucevic today. So, yeah, that is something that we need to see about. Did you see Casey Johnson's report today? I saw the one I think you sent me. It was about how Zach LaVine said it was a business and stuff like that. Other than that, I've not seen anything. I just woke up. So there you go. Also, if you guys are new to the stream, again, drop a like and a subscribe. It'll help share the watch along out to more people. I understand this is definitely going to be a unique one. I think a lot of people are going to ask a lot of questions in this stream compared to actually watching the game, because this is such an interesting scenario. Again, the last game against the Bucks, we were talking about how miserable the Chicago Bulls are and how bad Zach LaVine played. We're coming into this stream not knowing when Zach LaVine's going to get traded. It seems like, again, there's a lot of questions to ask. But we'll wait and see. Casey Johnson said Zach LaVine is still upset a year later over Billy Donovan benching him in the fourth quarter. Hey, that was against his Orlando Magic team. So there you go. But again, if he's still upset about that, then I think he just needs to get over it. And if that's going to make him leave the team, then so be it. I want Zach LaVine to stay. I've said it countless times, but I never ever want a player that doesn't want to be here. So if he is going to not want to be here, or he's going to second guess himself in Chicago, then I think that's where the line kind of gets drawn for me. As the game starts, and Nikola Vucevic instantly, it gets deflected out of bounds. It is Bulls ball. We start with the ball. But again, feel free to ask as many questions as you like. I'm happy to answer them all. And we'll just see how it goes. Zach Levine gets the ball to Torrey Craig to Vooch. Kobe in the corner. That's a great start to the game. A 3-point shot for Kobe. Let's go. Again, an interesting night for the Chicago Bulls. Again, there's a lot of guys on Orlando I don't actually know because a couple of their guys are out, so we've got to be careful of that. Franz Wagner misses the 3. Rebound, Nikola Vucevic. Zach almost turns it over, but Kobe ends up getting the ball to Craig. Vooch should have a dominating game here, I would say. Kobe attacks. Gets blocked, it looks like. He's on the floor. We got Paolo with the ball. Tough shot. Off. Rebound, Vooch. Zach can progress with the ball. Zach attacks. Misses the layup. Rebound, Paolo. In transition. And Franz Wagner with the slam. As Orlando get their first 2 points of the game. That's a pretty good way to make them, I would say. We got, again, it's going to be interesting to see how Zach plays after this as well. Will he show his disinterest on the court, or will he step up to the plate? Maybe raise some of that trade value that we need. Patrick Williams attacks and he's going to get to the line. Jimmy says the Bulls need to have a better start. And I gave a like on your channel. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jimmy. The Bulls need to have a better start, and they're most likely going to have a better start with Orlando. Orlando have a couple of guys out. And, you know, it's as simple as that. We have the advantage here in this game. And we'll probably have advantage in the next game as well. But, yes, we should have a better start. And we have had a better start thus far. Looks like Zach doesn't want the ball. I think it's too early to say that, but look, again, it's going to be very interesting to see how he plays. After all the things that has transpired over the last 2 days, again, will Zach step up to the plate, you know, kind of ball out, maybe trade, raise that trade value, or will he play completely disinterested? There's only 2 ways this can go. We'll see. We shall see. Good help defense from Zach. Paolo goes up again, and he's going to go to the foul line. Not sure if he plays today, but Batum is active for the first time, I believe. I doubt Batum plays. Again, this is a close game throughout. I doubt Batum plays. He would only really play at garbage time, is my guess. Same with anybody else that's actually in the arena today. All right. First one has been made. Man, where's Wendell? Is Wendell not playing? Oh, man. Am I missing something? Why is he not playing? But Tim is Levine's replacement. Oh, my. All right. Well, Zach has the ball now. Try to attack. Misses the layup again. And an easy layup. I don't know who that is, but he got an easy one. I'm going to have to learn these guys' names on the fly. An offensive foul on Torrey Craig. I respectfully disagree with that one. It looked like he got hit, if anything. With Craig and Pat in the lineup, I wonder if we see Julian Phillips, and why are you surprised Wendell is injured? Nothing. Hey, stop that. No Wendell hate in the chat, please. Hey, no, I don't think I can even time you out. That's embarrassing. Anyway, what was I going to say? We could see Julian Phillips. Again, Julian Phillips is not on a 2-way contract. He's on an actual contract. So there's more likelihood you see Julian Phillips because there's no restriction on game time with him or games in general. With 2-way contract players, they only have a certain amount of games they can play. Julian Phillips is not part of that. So I think it's possible. Is Alex Caruso playing? That's a question that I got to ask as well. If Alex Caruso doesn't play, then I think there's more likelihood you could. Especially with Torrey Craig recently gets into foul trouble. So, yeah, there's potential there. I doubt we will, but there is potential there. As Pat almost turns it over. Wendell blocked me on Instagram. Why did he block you on Instagram? What are you doing to Paul Wendell, man? Well, he did nothing wrong. He's got his own miss. That's embarrassing. Transition, though. Zach is attacking. And he misses the layup again, but he does get the foul. Caruso is active, so he should be playing then. Okay. Yeah, then I doubt we see Julian Phillips. We're probably going to see a 3-guard system or something like that. Vooch with the dunk. How did I miss this? Anyway, Zach's going to the line to shoot 2. All right. Come on, Zach. Make these free throws. Get those stats up, buddy. Okay, he makes the first. Man, I can't even see the scores on my screen. Okay. Zach makes the second. Okay, 2 for 2 for Zach. He started off aggressive, Zach LaVine. He just hasn't been able to make the layups. Okay, what do you think is the right trade for Zach if it were to happen? Look, I'm on team. Like, if there's a team we could pick, I'm team rebuild. If we have to trade Zach LaVine, I'm not team retool. I don't think I will be team retool because I feel like if we're team retool, you keep Zach LaVine. In all honesty, but he's the one that looks like it's requesting the trade as much as the Bulls want to trade him. So I would trade him for a team with picks, whichever team has picks and probably need to get rid of guys for Zach LaVine. You know, maybe that team that's on the edge of competing that needs Zach LaVine to get over the hump. So I'm thinking of teams like maybe an OKC. I think that a team like that could work. Maybe the Grizzlies might get desperate because, again, they've had a bad start and they need to pick things up before Ja Morant comes back. It's very unlikely with their record that they're going to make the playoffs if Ja comes back the way that it is at the moment. You know, teams like... I mean, Philly could work, but I don't think they have much assets. Maybe in Atlanta. These types of teams I'm looking at over, I guess, an overly competitive team or team that's not even going to bother to trade for him like Portland. A lot of people want the Bulls to deal with Portland because they have a bunch of picks. Portland are not going to want Zach LaVine. Portland are in their own rebuild mode. Why would they trade for Zach LaVine? It makes no sense for them. So, yeah, I'm thinking of teams like OKC. I'm thinking of teams like the Grizzlies or teams like Atlanta, teams like the Raptors maybe, you know, that could get Zach LaVine to get over the hump of trying to compete in the East or the West. Don't forget Indiana. Buddy Hield requested a trade a while ago and still never got it. Exactly, Indiana. You know, these types of teams that could use a Zach LaVine. But you got to keep in mind as well, we don't exactly know Zach LaVine's trade value. I'm assuming we could definitely get Buddy Hield in a Zach LaVine trade for sure. Don't get me wrong. But what else could we get in there? Would we get more than a Buddy Hield? Stuff like that. Would we get picks involved? We'll see. Indiana's a good destination as well. A team that could potentially get over the hump. You got Tyrese Halliburton there that's absolutely balling out. You know. And Zach LaVine in there. That could work. Plus they got a rim protecting center in Miles Turner. He's been solid this season. They got a couple of good role players. Indiana could work for sure. But yeah, I'm team rebuild. Give me the picks. But I don't think the Bulls are team rebuild, if you know what I mean. I don't think the front office is, but I'm team rebuild. I just don't know how you could retool and trade only Zach. It just doesn't make sense to me. But it is what it is. It is what it is. By the way, it's a timeout. That's why the game hasn't really progressed. Thanks for the solid answer. That's okay. Again, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Hey, do your mock trades in the chat. Why not? Again, it's an interesting time to be a Chicago Bulls fan. Have your mock trades in the chat. I'll be happy to answer them or at least look at them. It is what it is. There's a bunch of teams out there. But we just got to be careful. Again, teams with picks. Like when you look at, for example, the Milwaukee Bucks. There was recent talk that Milwaukee would want Alex Caruso in a trade. The Milwaukee Bucks don't have their own first-round picks. And I think the ones that they do, they can't trade. So I wouldn't trade Caruso to the Bucks. It just doesn't make sense. if you know what I mean. Levine to be traded, then leave his future team when out of contract to join Seattle, the expansion team. Oh my goodness. We're talking way into the future here. When is that? Is that actually a thing? That expansion thing? Like, is that officially happening? Because I'd love Seattle to get a team. And I would love to see Zach Levine at Seattle, honestly. I keep seeing Zion for Zach. Do you like it? Okay, that's an interesting question. It's an interesting question. I love Zion Williamson. I do. The problem is I can't see the Pelicans accepting that unless Zion wants out of the Pelicans. The only real issue with Zion Williamson in my eyes is that he gets hurt a lot, and with the Chicago Bulls, we have our history of injury-prone players, so it's a risk there to bring Zion Williamson. But Zion, I think, has better upside than Zach LaVine, and he's already been an All-Star in his career. I think that would be a very good deal for the Bulls. I just don't think the Pelicans would accept that, in all honesty. The Pelicans might accept that if Zion doesn't want to be there anymore. And I think he would want to be there because it looks like they're a decent team at the moment. So, yeah, I do like it. I just don't think that is a possibility, unfortunately. I feel like that's definitely media driven. I don't think there's anything in that, in all honesty. But we'll see. If we have Zion, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to be the first person to buy a Zion jersey. Marco Fultz, Jonathan Isaac, and a first-round pick for Zach LaVine. How's Marco Fultz doing? Jonathan Isaac has written... I don't know about that. Jonathan Isaac recently just came back from injuries as well. Is he even playing today, Jonathan Isaac? I'm not sure. Marco Fultz. I mean, I don't know. I think we could do better than that. But, yeah. Again, there's two young guys right there for you. Jonathan Isaac, an elite defender. Marco Fultz. I don't even know how good Marco Fultz is at this point in time, I'll be honest with you. You can let me know his stats. Maybe he's just unbelievably talented at the moment. Zach turns it over. 3-point shot. Off. Rebound, Vooch to Pat. Pat, where's Pat passing it to? This man passed it to the ref. Okay, well, at the end of the day, look, we're still up by 1, but as soon as I come back to watch the screen, I just see the Bulls turn the ball over twice in pretty bad fashion, both times. Okay. Franz just finds his way to the paint with ease. No rim protection whatsoever there. Patrick Williams fakes the 3, drives, gets blocked, but he will get a foul and go to the foul line. Marco Fultz will be our best point guard and something to build around, but he can't shoot. Yeah, well, that's kind of like the Josh Giddey debate. A lot of people are putting Josh Giddey into trade conversations where Josh Giddey could potentially be our best point guard, the way that you think about it, but the guy can't shoot. Would you want that? I'm not sure. I don't know. I really do not know. The phone is ringing, guys. I'm not answering that. If you hear a phone in the background, I apologize. Then we can't build around him. I'm assuming Marco Fultz. I mean, it's possible to have someone that, again, it's possible. It's possible to have someone you can build around that can't shoot the ball. But, I mean, look at Giannis. He's not the most amazing shooter, but you can still shoot, you know. You can still build around him. Marco Fultz ain't Giannis, though. But I'm just saying, you can build around someone that can't shoot. You got to put them in a specific role. That their role is to do something specific, like play make or, you know, stuff of that nature. Anyway, I don't know. I still don't think I'll do that trade. But we'll see. Anything is possible. Patrick Williams now. Pick and roll with Vooch. Find Zach. Zach, step back 3. That's off. I don't like that shot. LaVine and Caruso to be packaged together to Miami in order to boost the return with Tyler Hero. LaVine and Caruso. Oh, man. We better be getting more than Tyler Hero for that. I get it. Tyler Hero's been better than Zach this season, but Caruso, I think we're undermining how good Caruso is as a trade package. I think we could do better than that for just Tyler, in all honesty. Black layup, got it to go. Orlando have taken the lead. By the way, you might be thinking this game is actually an easy game for the Chicago Bulls. I have to mention this. Orlando actually have a better record than us. They are 5-5, and at the moment, we are 4-7. As we turn it over again, and that's an alley-oop dunk with absolute ease. The Bulls are having a nightmare of a start. 16-13 Orlando's way. Wow. You think we are going to add Lonzo back to the lineup this January? Haven't heard a clear update on injury progress. We all know it's been a great while. Unfortunately, with that, there is updates about that at the beginning of the season. Lonzo is ruled out for the rest of the year. We applied for the disabled player exception, and part of the rules of the disabled player exception is that Lonzo will not be returning for the rest of the year. Even if he's healthy, he will not be returning for the rest of the year. Now, he's not healthy yet. He's still in his rehab process, as far as I'm aware, and he's about halfway from the last update I've ever saw from a guy like Lonzo Ball. But he will not be back for the rest of the year. He will accept his player option. I'm positive of that, and he will be here next season. We'll see if he'll be ready to play next season, but that's probably what's going to be the outcome for, I guess Lonzo Ball. So I think that's the update. With Levine's trade salary boost clause, he will be making $60 million in his final year. Yeah, well, hey, look, that's definitely, if you're going to tell someone, hey, when you get traded, you're going to make 15% more than what you do now. I mean, what did you expect would... I don't like, man, the Bulls, they frustrate me sometimes. I don't know why they would add that in there. Maybe that's the agency, his agency adding that in there. You know, this might have been the plan from the very beginning. Who knows? Alex Caruso up and under, and he gets the layup to go. Oh, Caruso, I've missed you. I have missed you, Alex Caruso. Anthony. Joe Ingles. Looks like an isolation play. Banchero. That's a foul. Is that a shooting foul? I do not think so. It's up and under. Alex Caruso, bros. He's having, again, Alex Caruso's having his best offensive year in the NBA this season. We all know about his defense, but his offense has really stepped up this season. It's good to see. It's always been his problem. Just not consistent offensively. Javon Carter coming into the game now. Torrey Craig will be sitting out. We've got a smaller lineup out there. I feel like his agent, Rich Paul, told Shams that Zach wanted out of Chicago. Well, of course, I'm sure the agency has something to do with it, but let's not... Zach LaVine, if he wants out of Chicago, his agent's not going to say something that isn't true. You know? If Rich Paul said to Shams, Zach wants out of Chicago, it's probably because Zach wants out of Chicago, in my eyes. I don't see why his agent would say something that isn't true just for more money. It just doesn't make sense. It's clear that Zach probably wants out of Chicago. Again, the article is that Zach LaVine and the Chicago Bulls are open for a trade for Zach LaVine. It's both sides. The Bulls want this clearly as well, but Zach wants it as well. So we gotta keep that in mind. 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists in Pat's first stint. I like it. Yeah, and to be honest, I'm not even paying attention much to the game. I'm interested in these comments again. Curious, I know you are commentating, so I don't want to flood too much in the chat. Who is your favorite player for the starters and bench? Just 2 players out of this roster. Hey, spam as much as you like. This is why I do the watch-along, so talk with you guys while the game is on. My favorite starters for the Chicago Bulls. Well, again, this is not necessarily who's the best players. I think Jordan might know this because, you know, Jordan knows me. Kobe White is my favorite player in the starting lineup. I love Kobe White. And very, very soon I'm going to get a Kobe White jersey to represent that. Again, I love his game. I love his style. Kobe White, and his attitude as well is solid. I really like Kobe White. My favorite bench player right now, it could change from game to game, really, but I'd pick Alex Caruso just because the guy's having his best year. He's absolute. See, he gets it, man. It's Alex Caruso. It has to be. Again, he's just been having a great year for the Chicago Bulls, and he's a highlight machine, man. Underrated highlights for Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso's the only guy that makes defense look good, if you know what I mean. Again, and plus he's an all-NBA defender, so it's hard to go by without saying Alex Caruso. So there you go. Zach wants outs. He's just trying to keep pace. Well, again, he's starting. Again, a lot. If he wanted out and he didn't care about his reputation, Zach wouldn't be playing. I think Zach wants to be that guy that leaves Chicago, gets the standing ovations, gets the video packages played, and still is someone that is loved in Chicago, which I still believe he will be. I love Zach LaVine. I think he's a terrific player. I really, really do. And if he goes, I will watch him wherever he goes. I will respect his game, and it could be a situation where Zach LaVine shines on a different team and the Bulls never knew how to get the best out of him. We got to keep these things in mind. I think Stacey King said something similar. You know, if Zach LaVine goes, he could be one of those guys that we regret down the line trading, but we never really got the best out of him. We never really knew how to use him. So I'm not too sure. Again, I'm on a bit of a tangent, but yeah, it is what it is. Alex Caruso would shut down James Harden? Probably. So where do you think Zach ends up? As soon as Zach leaves, I won't be about his career any longer. You won't care about his career. Again, each to their own. We should send Zach to Detroit. I doubt Detroit would want Zach LaVine. But in terms of where I think he ends up, again, I think there's so many teams that's going to be interested in Zach. Again, Philly wants another star. I think OKC could use a guy like Zach LaVine. I think Memphis might be desperate enough to pull off a Zach LaVine trade. Houston have been really, really good at the moment. And they might want a guy like Zach LaVine to really start competing in the West and hope they don't fall off in the Western Conference. If you're looking at teams like Atlanta, they might need somebody else to pull over the hump. Maybe the Raptors could use someone like a Zach LaVine. Again, I think Jordan mentioned Indiana. That could be a good destination for Zach LaVine. In my eyes, whichever team has picks, I'm ready to trade for them. I'm ready to if it was me, I'd be contacting with them. So that's my thoughts. We should send Zach to Detroit. Again, I don't think Zach would go to... I don't think Detroit wants Zach LaVine. That's what I'm trying to say. It was a huge mistake losing Jimmy, and everything after that has been bad. Again, we lost the Jimmy Butler trade. We just have to accept it. Julian Phillips is in the game. Sorry, I have to interrupt. Julian Phillips is in the game. Oh my goodness! In the first quarter. Oh man. Oh my heart. Julian Phillips, man. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I lost complete track of what I was saying. But yeah, no, we lost the Jimmy Butler trade. We just have to accept it, man. We lose every trade we're in, man. It is what it is. I don't think we won a trade in ages. Maybe I still think we won the DeMar DeRozan trade. I think we won the Lonzo Ball trade, but yeah, it hasn't necessarily planned out the way that we wanted it to plan out. So we'll see how that goes in the future. Who are we getting? In terms of Zach LaVine, again, I said this earlier in the stream. If it comes to retooling or rebuilding, I'm team rebuild. I want the Bulls to rebuild. I can't see why we retool and we trade Zach only. Like if we're retooling, in my eyes, it should be trading DeMar and Vooch, not trading Zach. With a retool, Zach is still in his prime. You could get years out of Zach. With DeMar and Vooch, you don't know. We could get years out of Vooch and DeMar, but you just never know. The decline might happen. And then that's the frustrating part. We're retooling and we got a little bit worse in that regard. So I'm team rebuild. If we're trading Zach, I'm team rebuild. So I would look for any team with picks. And that's why you look at teams like OKC that could be on the verge of competing and they have picks to offer. A lot of picks to offer. I would take those picks. And those are the teams that I'd be looking at. So any team with picks I'll be happy with at this point in time. Memphis might be the team who gets Vooch. Vooch is a possibility as well, yeah. Again, Memphis are desperate right now. I think Memphis have only won 2 games. And I think Ja Morant is out for 20 or 26 games or whatever it is. So if they don't start getting things going in the competitive Western Conference, it will be hard for Memphis to climb out of that and make the playoffs. And I'm sure Memphis are going to want to make the playoffs because if they do, they'll be one of the favorites in there. So with Ja Morant, I think they might be desperate enough to make a trade and sacrifice somebody of value or picks of value that we could obtain for a guy like Vooch, a guy like Levine, whoever it may be. I like that Julian Phillips is in. Me too. It really sucks that this fell apart. At this stage, there is no other option but to rebuild. I'm on team rebuild, but the Bulls I don't think are on team rebuild. Keep in mind, the report that Shams did as Drummond gets blocked, the report that Shams made stated that they want to keep DeMar DeRozan. The Bulls still plan to keep DeMar. I just don't understand how you could rebuild and have DeMar. So it's a retool, clearly, that they want. But I don't understand why you would retool with DeMar DeRozan. To me, it doesn't make sense. Memphis centers are banged up right now too, so I'm told. Yeah, well, Steven Adams is out for the season, and that's the guy that they have. So yeah, their centers are beat up. Vooch could be a possibility for a year. You are absolutely right. Keep that in mind. You never know. If the Bulls lose Zach, it's over. Well, clearly the front office doesn't think so. Again, they said they want to keep DeMar DeRozan. So DeMar DeRozan right now is in the wait and see approach. I think the reports are stating that DeMar's going to see how the Bulls go this season before making a decision on the future of his career, which is totally understandable. And if DeMar gets a contract here and he takes it, again, I can't blame DeMar DeRozan for that. But I do blame the front office for wanting to keep DeMar DeRozan when it's clear I don't think we're going to get anywhere without Zach LaVine, even with a trade. But you never know. You never know. We might trade Zach LaVine and just see how it goes. And if it doesn't go well, then we don't extend DeMar DeRozan. Simple as that. We'll wait and see. There's a lot we're going to have to wait and see about. This is honestly something I can't tell you the answers to. I don't know. I'm out here giving it my best, my best shot. I don't know what's going to happen once we trade Zach. We could try to rebuild. We might trade Zach LaVine and we get better. Who knows? And then after that, it makes every sense in the world as Alex Caruso knocks down a deep one. You never know. It could work. You could trade Zach. All of a sudden, we're competing again. I don't know. But if it doesn't work, my guess is we don't extend DeMar DeRozan. That's my guess. And then we really start to think about that rebuild instead. So we have a lot to look forward to this season. It's going to be a long year for the Chicago Bulls. We should have started this last year. I think a lot of people are coming to that conclusion. They may only be saying that so DeMar's trade value doesn't tank. DeMar's trade value is the lowest it can be. He's having a bad start to the season. He's on an expiring contract. And at the end of the day, his trade value is low. But would you rather trade DeMar DeRozan for little or get nothing? I have a big issue with losing players for nothing. That's my pet peeve in the NBA. I'd rather get something of return for DeMar than nothing. But sometimes it's just not how it works. Maybe no one wants DeMar DeRozan in this current stage. I don't know. So it depends. Some teams might want him, some teams may not. I don't know what the front office wants, but I feel like Shams' report about the Bulls wanting to keep DeMar is old news that came out prior to the LaVine trade request. I think that may have changed. We'll have to wait and see. Again, keep your eyes on social media. Keep your eyes on X or Twitter, whatever it's called these days. Keep your eyes on the news. Maybe it has changed. But at this point in time, I don't think it has. But maybe it has changed. Maybe the mindset has changed. Maybe the attitude has changed. And if that's the case, then that's the case. That's good. Because I think, again, I'm on team rebuild. Put me on the team rebuild. This size team rebuild, this time is team retool. I'm on team rebuild. Because I just don't see how you could retool while trading Zach. It just doesn't make sense to me. I really don't think people understand how good the Lonzo Zach Caruso thing was. It's going to be horrible going forward. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. It happens. We took a risk, and the risk failed. Lonzo Ball is a terrific player, but unfortunately, he got injured for over 2 years. What can we do about that? And I wish Lonzo nothing but the best. I hope he gets healthy. And Lonzo Ball will be playing for the Bulls next year. There's a very, very small chance that anyone trades for Lonzo Ball. So Lonzo Ball, if he is coming back to the NBA, will be coming back next season for the Chicago Bulls. So nothing more than I want than Lonzo Ball to come back and play at his best. But we don't know. We don't know. And that definitely started, I guess, the downward spiral of the Chicago Bulls. That led to, obviously, the isolation and hero ball, even though we were already very much heavy isolation and hero ball. But at least Lonzo Ball could shoot the three well, over 40% from the field and stuff of that nature. So he definitely helped. Unfortunately, that really started things for us. As talented as DeMar is, it means nothing for the future of the team. It doesn't. I like DeMar's leadership. We keep him and do a sign and trade after the season. If we could do a sign and trade, by all means, do the sign and trade. But I don't want to lose him for nothing. And if we don't trade DeMar, in my opinion, this season, I feel like we lose him for nothing. That's honestly my thoughts. Plus, sign and trades are very hard to do, and you don't usually get the best value in return. But again, it's better to have something than nothing. All right. And once Zach leaves, nobody will want to come to Chicago. I respectfully disagree. I disagree. There's a couple of reasons why I feel like people would want to come to Chicago. First and foremost, I think the culture shift has changed. When you sign guys like DeMar DeRozan, you extend guys like Nikola Vucevic. These are top quality players in the NBA. These are, Vucevic is the top 10% in the NBA. DeMar DeRozan is an all-star caliber player, and they wanted to stay here, and they might still want to stay here. So I don't think anyone would want to not come to Chicago. I respectfully disagree there. But it means we might not be pursuing the top free agents yet because we are rebuilding, which means we might not sign someone in a long time. But I do believe people would want to come to Chicago. I think what stopped people in, I guess, not coming to Chicago was the financial situation. How the Bulls are very, they don't want to respect the players financially. I think that has shifted with the new front office, if anything. So, again, it looks like we're overpaying for players these days. So, I think people will come to Chicago. I honestly do. Phillips getting first quarter minutes says a lot. They're preparing. Maybe they are. I hope we rebuild and suck until 2028. So, the first we gave the Spurs turned into a second. Again, I don't know how that works. Did we give the Spurs our 2028 pick? Or maybe we could do something about that and trade for a 2028 first round pick. But yeah, I'm more worried about this season. If we suck this season, we can get our pick in the top 10. I would like to see that. That's a good start to a rebuild in my eyes. A pick that is top 10 protected. Julian Phillips goes up and under. Doesn't get the foul call. But yeah, I'd love to see the Chicago Bulls, I guess, get their own pick back this year. That'd be very nice. We'll see how that goes. All right. I do like Julian. Glad to see he's getting highlighted. He is. He's still playing now. It's good to see. Okay. Hopefully we suck this season and draft Alex. Then suck the very next season, the draft Cooper Flag. I'll be honest, I've not kept up with the youngsters of this world in terms of basketball, so I'll take your word for it. If the Bulls have the money, the players, would always want to come to Chicago, no matter who is on the team. As long as you pay, we will be a free agent destination. We are a top market in the league. I feel like the only reason that players did not want to come to Chicago is that we didn't. Oh, Julian Phillips with an air ball. We didn't respect them financially. A couple of guys we didn't respect financially, and maybe the pitches weren't right. I feel like things have changed from then. I honestly do. I feel like if we have a team on the verge of competing, we could get a free agent. I really believe so. But we shall see. We shall see. Chicago sports is very underrated, man. People would want to come here. Not just people from Chicago. People do want to come here. Just remember the free agents we signed to get this team. We signed Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball wanted to come here. We re-signed Zach LaVine. Zach wanted to stay here. We signed DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan wanted to come here. We re-signed Nikola Vucevic. We actually traded for him, but we re-signed him because he wanted to stay here. We signed Alex Caruso. You know what I mean? We re-signed Kobe. These guys wanted to stay. We re-signed these guys. So, yeah, at the end of the day, people do want to come here. It's just about finding the right people, in my eyes. Bulls are 1 from 10 from 3, and Magic are 0 from... I'm not even watching the game at this point. This is ugly. It's literally the second quarter, and it's 27-21. Yeah, I'm having much more fun talking to the chat, honestly. As soon as we say that, someone makes a 3 for Orlando. And it's an 8-point game for Orlando. They're going to be taking the time out. Bulls taking the time out. It seems to be a tough time for the Bulls. We're looking at the stats at halftime, don't you worry. But yeah. We'll be there. No matter what. Win or lose, watch-alongs will continue to happen. Magic are giving us a chance, same as the Pacers. I don't know, man. They're ripping us apart. I haven't even watched the game, but I know that they're playing better. Again, when they're up by 9, they must be playing better. Who has the worst record in the East and in the West? I think Detroit are the worst team in the East with I think they have 2 wins. One of them was against us. I think Memphis has the worst record in the West. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure those are the teams that have the worst records. Bulls are 1-11. Bring in Patim. Again, Patim has limited, restricted game time. I don't think we're going to see Patim today, unfortunately. Ugh. Oh, there's no water in here, man. That's very upsetting. Right, let's put that over there then. We'll have to change that by halftime. But yeah, I doubt we see Patim today. Maybe we do. You never know. Something different. Something different. Are the Bucks the best team in the East? I think Boston have the best record at the moment. I think Milwaukee right now, when we versed them, they were 5 and... Were they 5-4? I think when we versed them. So I think the Bucks will get it together, and they will definitely be a threat. But right now, Boston seems to be the best team in the Eastern Conference. We can take a look. Why not? Let's take a look. All right. Let us take a look at this table. Philly have the best record in the East right now. They're 8-2. Boston are second, 8-2. And down all the way at the bottom is the Detroit Pistons. They're 2-10. Then for the West, the Nuggets have the best record as expected, and the Grizzlies have the worst at 2-9. Again, that's what I mean. Memphis might be desperate. Memphis might be desperate to make a change. Something to keep in mind. It's a 50-game limit for the two-way players, yes, but still, if we're going to be rebuilding soon, it still might be okay to let him sit out one. I don't know. Is Kelly Oubre okay? I believe he's fine. He's going to miss I think a couple months, as far as I'm aware. It's terrible what happened to him, and yeah, it was a hit and run. I think that's just horrible what happens to him. So hopefully he is okay. We'll send the prayers out. Hopefully he'll be fine. And they're putting together a nice squad. I don't know which team you're talking about, but what team I was talking about, but yeah, I'm sure they are putting a nice squad out there. The Bulls have 8 turnovers already. If the Clippers fall short, are any players there targets we should be considering? If we're retooling, maybe a PG, I guess. But I think their players are expiring contracts. I think PG is on an expiring contract, and I think Kawhi is on an expiring contract. So, no, in all honesty, I wouldn't really make a trade with the Clippers. I think we should just try and sign their players if we want to keep on competing. See what happens. Another 3 made. Cole Anthony. This guy's cooking. He's absolutely cooking. Is that another timeout for the Bulls? It is. Wow. Can you imagine A, being a hit and run driver, and 2, hitting Ubre? No. No, I can't imagine that. It's horrible. Again, it's truly horrible. All right. It looks like the second quarter we're about halfway through the second quarter. If you guys are enjoying the stream at any point, drop a like and subscribe. The more likes and the subscribers that we can get can help share this out to more people. And that could be very much appreciated. We're about 8 minutes into the second quarter. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. Retooling PG and Powell for Levine and Caruso, but if rebuilding, then stay away. But again, Paul George isn't he on an expiring contract? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to do that because there's no guarantee that he would stay or commit his future here. How long's PG's contract? Like, I would want a guarantee if we're going to trade for someone like PG. But let's not... PG, as good as he is, he does some bad stuff on the court as well. He takes some dumb shots out there. Let's not forget about that. He takes some dumb shots. We're talking about Zach LaVine's shot selection. Paul George's shot selection ain't pretty either. But I think Paul George is more of a two-way guy compared to a Zach LaVine. So, yeah, keep those things in mind if we're trading for a guy like PG. PG has a player option. Okay. He's more... That's tough. I would assume he would accept his player option, but with the year... If he's having a great year, he could opt out and just ask for more money wherever he goes. The Clippers have an odd squad. Interesting squad. We'll see how they go. You know, James Harden in there now, Kawhi, PG, a couple of good role players. The Clippers could get it together. They're a team to be fearful of in the West. They got to get it all together, though. It sucks because I feel like with the Clippers, I don't know. I feel like they make a big trade every season that puts them in the competition to compete and stuff of that nature. But they do it so late that it's hard for them to get it all together. They actually did something decent this time around. They made the trade early. They traded for James Harden earlier than probably what they normally would. So they have a whole season pretty much to get it together. They have, 65, 70 games to get it together. This could be good for the Clippers. I really feel like it could be. I know they're not showing it right now, but I do think they could get it together. The Bulls are in a 4-minute scoring drought. Wow. 4-minute scoring drought, you reckon? Okay, well. Vooch in the post. Let's see if there's something we can do here. Kobe fakes the 3. Attacks. Patrick Williams gets blocked by Jonathan Isaac, but he will be gone to the line. Oh, Franz Wagner was the one with the block. With the foul, sorry. Oh, that's a clean block by Jonathan Isaac. Oh my goodness, that's a clean block. Clean block. All right, Pat makes the first. All right. Pat misses a free throw. Pat's taken 5 free throws. Wow. Pat's being aggressive. All right. Man. Attacks the paint. Jonathan Isaac with the putback. Oh my goodness. They keep adding players and hope Kawhi is healthy. When was the last time Kawhi was healthy and good? I mean, yeah, that's a big problem. Kawhi seems to always get hurt at the worst times. That's a meme going around about Kawhi Leonard. Always getting hurt at the worst times. But eventually, he's going to have to be healthy one of these years. With all the load management stuff as well, all these rules implemented for load management, he's going to have no choice but to play either. So that might actually hurt them. Stacey Keek just said Jonathan Isaac is a player team should be keeping an eye on. I like when Patrick Williams actually tries to dunk on people. Jonathan Isaac is a guy that we should be keeping an eye on. But with Jonathan Isaac, it's just, again, it's the health issue with Jonathan Isaac. I think no one's denying he's a good player. Really good defender. Jonathan Isaac, in my eyes, is one of the best defenders in the league. I really believe that. But it's always about the health. How healthy can he be? He was out for 2 years. It's a long time. It's like the TJ Warren situation. TJ Warren was a 20-point per game scorer, then he gets hurt for 2 years, and now we don't even know where he is. We've got to be careful about those things. But again, after that block, hey, you might sell me a little bit on Jonathan Isaac, you know. I've been saying the same thing about Pat. 1, he's actually got a shot. 2, all he needs is to dunk on 2 times in a game and he'll evolve. But it's been years. Patrick Williams still feels timid. I think with Pat, he needs to learn how to dunk with 2 hands. That's my biggest issue with Pat. He always goes to the basket with 1 hand. And one-hand dunks more likely to get blocked. So that's always been my issue. With Pat, I'd love to see him dunk with 2 hands. I don't know why he doesn't. We're getting smacked by the Orlando Magic. 39-24 is the score. This is awful. Again, I know DeMar DeRozan isn't here, but this is supposed to be the team that we're retooling with. Bear that in mind. This is supposed to be the team that we retool with. We're getting cooked. 41-24. Frustrating. DeMar's not here, but Zach is. Again, this retool's not going to work, man. I would love that too, a 2-handed dunk. I mean, it's something so basic, but it should happen. The downfall has begun. Kawhi usually dunks with 1 hand, and Patrick Williams is like Kawhi. But the difference is, I don't think Kawhi has butterfingers like Pat does. Kawhi doesn't lose the ball as often. Pat, when he tries to be aggressive, he loses the ball for butterfingers. Like, go up with 2 hands. Safety. Safety over flashy, you know what I mean? I think there's safety in a 2-handed dunk where there isn't in a 1-handed dunk. It's something so basic that people might not even think about it, but I do feel like if you see Pat half the time go up with a 2-handed dunk compared to the 1-handed dunk, he's more likely to probably get fouled, and he's more likely to probably make the dunk. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being, you know, overly petty about it. Pat is attacking mid-range, and he got it to go. Hey, what's up, everyone? What's good? What's the score? I've seen what's going on, but I'm trying to tune in. Oh, you haven't seen what's going on. You don't want to see what's going on, buddy. It's 41-29. The score is not looking good for the Bulls. I'm assuming Zach just makes this 3. Yes, he does. Okay. But yeah, it's not been good. It's not been a good game right now for the Chicago Bulls. But we're somewhat in it. They're going to have to really push and fight back here. The Bulls are now shooting below 20% and trail the Magic by 15 at home. And the Magic played last night and traveled for this back-to-back. Oh, no, not the back-to-back. No, why did you bring that to my attention, man? I did not know the Magic had a back-to-back. That makes it 10 times worse. Exactly. Caruso is really our most valuable asset. I think Zach is our most valuable asset, in all honesty, but Caruso is up there. Plus, a 2-handed dunk comes in strong, and people won't try to stop you if they have to go through both arms. Again, it's just safety. That's the only thing a 2-handed dunk can provide, safety. If Pat has butterfingers, he's more likely to have less butterfingers as well with a 2-handed dunk. I forgot to mention, Batum being labeled as active now counts as one of his 50 games. Really? Alright, then if he's going to be active, may as well chuck him in. If he's active anyway. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Apparently the 50 games are being active, not necessarily being on the courts. Well, again, the way that this is going, we're going to see garbage time minutes here. If it keeps on progressing like this. When we got Lonzo and Caruso, I was so excited. Both are incredible. Did Batim travel with us? I believe he did. If he's listed as active, then he must have. So we might see some Batim at some point in the fourth quarter. We'll see. Again, right now, it's not looking good for us. Joe Ingles. Oh, this is a bad possession for Orlando. He's going to have to chuck it up. That's off. Rebound Vooch. Good defense. Caruso finds Vooch. Oh! Right idea for that pass for Pat, but don't think it was executed very well. Pat ends up. I mean, it's still Bulls ball, but wow. Has Carter been in? He has been in, but I didn't notice him very much. Again, I've not been really watching this game. I've more been engaged in the chat than watching. Vooch in the post. Finds Zach. Zach with the pump fake. He's going to attack the rim. Kicks it out to Kobe. And Kobe White travels. In that situation, I would love Zach LaVine to go up. He did all the right things. He did the pump fake from the three. He got to the paint. The defender was sealed. He wasn't getting blocked there. And he kicks it out to Kobe for a travel. I think Zach could have done better. He did all the right things there, unfortunately. Paolo misses the dunk, but they get the putback. 43-29. The Bulls are falling. Zach attacks. And the double dribble. Oh my goodness. A horrible start to this game. I'll tell you something else about Zach LaVine. Maybe this is just me. Oh, how do you think he would get away with that? Anyway, Zach needs to be in a team where he's not dribbling as much. If he's dribbling, you know, every possession trying to be the point guard of the team, nothing's going to change for the team that he goes to. Zach has to be an off-ball player, man. Zach has got to be intentionally taking his trade value. Maybe. This guy said, I don't really care anymore. I'm just here to be here. You know, one of those types of guys. I don't know how he thought he could get away with that double dribble. That's a risky game right there. And he did not. He did not come away looking better on that. Oh, man. Ay, ay, ay. I always said he's not a good dribble. He's a slasher. You need to pass. He needs to pass to the basket. Even the catch and shoot. Zach LaVine is a terrific, one of the best catch and shoot players in the league. But he dribbles too much. If that might be a Bulls thing, that might be a Zach thing, but in his next team, he needs to be an off-ball shooter. He needs to be an off-ball player. You know what I mean? That's what I think should happen. Zach LaVine has lost the step. His poor ball handling was never noticed because he was able to beat his defenders. Now he can't get past Eric Gordon. I'll be honest, I've always noticed Zach LaVine's poor dribbling. Again, you look at the turnovers, and half the turnovers Zach gets is because of his dribbling and how bad it is. I've noticed it, but yes, he does beat people off the dribble sometimes. Pat with a block. That was a good block. But that's one of his weaknesses to his game. It always really has been. It's getting better every year, I guess, but still a notice. Wow, that's a tough floater made by Black. Wow-wee. They're making everything right now. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. And we're left here just wondering what could have been. Vooch with the post hole gets it to go. That's a Billy Donovan. That might be Billy Donovan. He doesn't play to people's potential. He puts Vucevic as a post player with DeMar. DeMar is a better post player. I think Vucevic is a very good post player. I don't necessarily agree with that. Vucevic is a fantastic post player. DeMar is a good post player as well. I've always said I would love to see DeMar in the post more. But Vooch should be in the post. That's his bread and butter. Vooch is a post player. He's been like that his whole career. Zach attacks. And he gets blocked. And he's not coming back on defense either. Yeah, he's back. And a foul has been called for, I think, Kobe White. This hurts, I'm not going to lie. Is this what it's going to be like every game now? We're just going to get blown out because this team is officially given up. I don't know. It feels like this team's given up. Again, it's going to be a long season. I kind of regret, I guess, not necessarily regret it. I wish I did watch-alongs last year and 2 years ago. That's kind of what I wish I would have done. Because then, by then, we're competing in games. This just feels like, why am I even watching this? You know what I mean? You don't pay a catch-and-shoot player $215 million, make him captain of your team. Tons of us were getting paid. Tons of us were against paying him a max and got hate for saying it. There are a bunch of people in the NBA that are getting paid max contracts for being an off-ball player, with all due respect. I mean, Klay Thompson, didn't he get a max contract? He was always an off-ball player. Even Desmond Bane, to an extent, I know he's an on-ball player now because he has to be, but his best role is that kind of off-ball shooter. Chris Middleton is something similar. Yeah, they have the ball in their hands a little bit of the time, but for the most part, they are off-ball players. It's possible to be a max contract player as an off-ball player. It is very possible. And Zach LaVine is not just a catch-and-shoot player either. I mean, this is not the best example of it, because Zach is just selling today, sold against the Bucks as well. But at his best, Zach is a 27-point-per-game scorer. We've seen it. So, you know, at this point, I think it's very possible to get, I guess, paid that amount of money as a off-ball player. I wouldn't necessarily say catch and shoot, but an off-ball player. But you know what? I'll give you this. If he's requesting a trade, you are absolutely right. We shouldn't have given him the max. Again, I cannot believe we gave this guy the max, and 2 years later, he already wants out. You're right on that. And I don't know who gave you hate for it. I hope it wasn't me, because that doesn't look good on me. But I believe at the time Zach was worth the max. Now that he's getting traded, hindsight's a beautiful thing. He shouldn't have got the max. That's just the harsh reality. Billy should bench LaVine in the fourth for the lols. Hey, well, to be fair, if this keeps on getting out of hand, what is Zach doing, man? He just, okay, now Zach is proper selling. This guy literally took a layup over 3 people. This is insane. Anyway, honestly, if it's getting out of hand, we probably will get benched for the fourth. Everybody will. Wasn't you? Okay, I appreciate that. But I'll be honest, I did believe Zach would deserve the max. I believed it, but I didn't believe Zach would want out 2 years into his contract. I didn't know that. I didn't expect that. But yeah, it sucks now because if he didn't have the max, the trade value we would get for him would be much higher. That's a debating point now. Will teams sacrifice Zach LaVine, a trade for Zach LaVine in the max contract? It was me. I did it for The Rock. We all did it for The Rock. We'll do anything for The Rock. Billy should bench him right now so he doesn't get injured. That's, yeah. That's an interesting thought. Again, that was the whole conversation about whether or not he will play. We didn't know if he would play today, in all honesty. People really had that discussion because this trade thing has gone so public that a lot of people thought, don't play him. The way that he's playing right now, I wouldn't play him. He's not playing good. All right, it's halftime, by the way. Again, I've not really watched this game. I've been more interactive with the chat. It's 50-33. The Bulls are down big. against the Orlando Magic, who have a 5-5 record at the moment. Before I get a drink, because I need to really get a drink and stay hydrated here, I do want to look at the stats, because again, I've not watched this game. This is the watch-along where I don't watch it, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's look at the box score. Patrick Williams, 7 points and 6 rebounds on the night. That's a very good stat line for Patrick Williams. He also has a block. Torrey Craig, 2 points and 3 rebounds. Vucevic, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 from 7 from the field. So not really that great for Vucevic, but not terrible. Zach had 7 points, 2 from 8. Again, I think Zach kind of selling us in all honesty. Kobe White, 3 points, 1 assist. He's been quiet, 1 from 5. He's also not had a good game. Drummond, 4 points, 9 rebounds already for Mr. Andre Drummond. Fair play. Alex Caruso, 4 points, 2 from 2 from the field. Io, no points. Javon Carter, no points. Julian Phillips, no points. You can see why we're getting blown out there, ladies and gentlemen. The bench not really stepping up, and the starters are having a woeful night. So, again, hold on. I cannot believe this. 33 points in 2 quarters. That's not been spoken about enough. 33 points in 2 quarters. There are teams to score 33 points in 1 quarter. And we're out here 33 points in 2 quarters. That is, oh man. I'm so thankful I'm not watching this game at this point. I'm thankful. Okay. I'm going to quickly get a drink. So, unfortunately, all of my overlays are not there anymore. So, it's going to be a black screen. I will be back. I'm going to have to make that known. I will be back. Don't go anywhere. And then we'll continue reacting to your guys' chats and stuff like that. So, yeah. Be right back, guys. Won't be long. Hey, we are back. With someone playing Simon Says. Okay, the halftime entertainment is Simon Says. That's embarrassing. Benny lost. That's really unfortunate for Benny. Okay, let's see what people are saying. So, I think Clay is their third guy through their dynasty, not captain. Clay got a max for chemistry. Well, again, it doesn't necessarily matter why he got the max contract, but I'm just saying that it's very likely that you could still be an off-ball player if you're good enough as that role to get a max contract. It doesn't really matter why he got the max contract, for chemistry or for his ability as a two-way player. Klay Thompson's a very good defender in his prime. He was one of the best in the league. There's a bunch of reasons why you could get a max contract. Again, Desmond Bane is another example of that. But they did get one. He did get one. And that's all it really is. Zach LaVine is someone that, at his best, is a 3-level scorer. But he's just, right now, he's selling us hard. And that's probably why he got the max. But, 2 years in, and I wish he didn't get the max because we could have traded him for more if he was a guy that didn't get the max. Boogie Cousins was right. He was right. Boogie Cousins knows chaos more than anyone. he knows chaos more than anyone. So, of course, he was right. It's always Boogie Cousins. He's always right. This is a bad first half for the Bulls. Absolutely it is. Horrible start. Again, this is an Orlando team with injuries as well. We'll keep that in mind. I know there's no DeMar DeRozan, but still, man, this is just not good. That's a really good start for Pat. He's had a strong start. Fair play to him. The Bulls went down with Lonzo. The Bulls went down as soon as Lonzo Ball went down. Yeah, pretty much. But still, I think with Lonzo Ball, my biggest thing with that is I feel like the downfall would have happened with Lonzo Ball, but it wouldn't have been anywhere near as bad as how it was without him. Because he did add so much. He added defense. He was a All NBA defender for the Chicago Bulls. I truly believe he would have got there if he stayed healthy. A 40% 3-point shooter, and he helped in the transition. But we still played so much isolation and hero ball that I did feel like over time it could have went worse. We still would have got worse. Probably just not as bad as we did get, in all honesty. Lonzo Ball kind of just rushed it. Lonzo Ball going out rushed how bad we got, in my eyes, and made it almost unsavable. So that's really unfortunate. Again, the whole Lonzo Ball thing is really unfortunate. I'm only watching this because I'm doing what Kobe said to his teammates in 2015. I just came by to say bye to some of you bums getting traded tomorrow. Oh man, I miss Kobe. I remember, was it that training session where he said, he said, I'm supposed to come to training. I may as well not come to training if this is how you're going to play and stuff like that. I remember there were a lot of good Kobe memes in the dressing room. Simon says, blow it up. We'll see if the Bulls listen. The Bulls might lose that game. I cannot believe this is the halftime entertainment right now. We all miss Kobe. So my thoughts on the first half is I didn't necessarily give them. Well, look, I didn't necessarily watch this game. I've been watching the chat more, but we're down by 17. So I guess that kind of shows my thoughts on the half. Horrible offense, horrible defense. 33 points in 2 quarters is ridiculous, in all honesty. Truly ridiculous. We're not even going to crack 80 points at this point. Think of it like that. 80 points is like horrible in today's NBA, and we're not on track to get 80 points. So the Bulls have to step it up offensively. And defensively, again, I just feel like there were a lot of easy dunks in that, a lot of easy threes for Orlando. I think they had a 14-0 run in that second quarter. The Bulls had scoring droughts. My goodness, there is a lot. There is absolutely a lot of problems. A lot of problems. But we'll see how the second half goes. You know, there's a possibility for a comeback, but it does not look likely. It looks more likely. Again, we've got Orlando in the in-season tournament next game, so there has to be some extra motivation there to try and beat them there. You want to stay in the in-season tournament. You want to try and win anything you possibly can. That's a trophy for us, right there. So the Bulls better play better next game, man. But we'll see. The Bulls need to get better in the second half. Will they, though? That's the question. I don't know if they will. DeRozan is a better post player for one reason. He gets to the free throw line more consistently than any other player, especially more than Vucevic. DeMar DeRozan is a better isolation player. He gets to the line with or without the post. Vucevic has been a naturally good post center his entire career. It's only he's able to shoot the three, yes, but that wasn't always a thing for Vucevic. He was always a post player, though. So as much as DeMar is a good post player, I'm saying Vooch is also a good post player. And I don't think we should be taking him away from the post. There's no chance. Vucevic would be doing nothing if he wasn't in the post, in my eyes. Remember 2 years ago with the Chicago Bulls when Vucevic was just a pick-and-pop player? Everybody hated what Vucevic was doing for the Chicago Bulls. Everybody, because he was shooting 7 threes a game, and it wasn't working for him. He had one of the worst years of his career, and people wanted him gone. And I still feel like people want him gone because of that reason today, and he's not shooting as many threes. It's crazy. Now Vooch is in the post. He's having one of his better years. Again, this year. This very year. Same with last year as well. He had a good year last year. It hurts. again, watching the Bulls in this type of way is like therapy. Because in a watch along, you get to see everybody else, you know, try to endure what the Chicago Bulls team is. Soon we're going to have a different team. I don't know whether to be excited or nervous about that. Should we be excited for a new team? A new direction? Depending on what they do? Or should we be nervous that they might screw it up? And if they screw it up, we're in for another long, long, long season. I don't know. I don't know what to feel. I feel nervous. I feel nervous. Again, I'm the type of guy that doesn't like change that much. I'm more of a guy that likes to keep things the way that they are. But clearly there needs to be change. And that brings nerves. What type of changes are we going to see? I don't know. I'm nervous. Whatever it is, bro, I just hope they get it right. I hope they get it right. What would you guys like to see in this second half of this game? Would you like to see, would you like to see the Bulls come back? Do you think it's just already done? Move on? You know, just enjoy whatever there is left of this live stream and just, you know, accept the loss, accept defeat? What will happen in the second half? I feel like a lot of people are selling right now. You know, I know it's easy to talk about Zach LaVine and how bad he's selling, but everybody is selling. Kobe White's not had a good game. Zach's not having a good game. I don't think Vooch has had a good game. Our bench has not been present at all. Guys like Ayo hasn't scored yet. Caruso only has 4. I think our bench in total has 8 points, which is horrible. Everybody is selling the Chicago Bulls right now. Everyone is selling except for the Reinsdorfs. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Seems about right. Again, man, I feel like every team I support in every sport needs new owners. Literally every team I support needs new owners. Needs new owners, or fans talk about wanting new owners. It's one of those two. Anyway, look, it's okay. At the end of the day, whatever happens, happens. We can't change anything. So I'm gonna try my best not to stress about it. Why stress about something you literally can't change? I'm not the Bulls front office. I don't get paid to make the trades. I don't get paid to do anything of the sorts. So I'm gonna try to not worry about it. Just focus on what's in front of us now. Take it one day at a time. Right now, we're getting clapped by the Orlando Magic. That's my focus. You know, continuing this watch along, doing the game reaction at the end of it, and moving on to tomorrow. And whatever happens, happens. But it's been a very, very, very bad half for the Bulls. They really need to pick things up. Scoring-wise, defensive-wise, everything in between. Don't think we make a trade for New Orleans, but don't forget Garth Foreman, the man who traded for Zach LaVine, works in their front office. Okay, something to keep in mind. Yeah, of course. It could be very possible. Anyway, the second half is about to begin. Keep your chats in if you want to keep talking about, you know, Zach LaVine and whatnot. We're just going to see how the second half goes for the Chicago Bulls. We'll see if there's anything of value to take away from the game. And, you know, stuff of that nature. We've been live for over an hour, but it just feels like an hour of not even watching the... I've not watched the game, bro. I'll be honest. I've not watched this game. The game's on. I see the game, but I'm not watching the game. We'll see how it goes. Stacey King has said something that is very interesting to me. He said he would rather lose and have guys play hard than keep guys in there that are not playing hard. So that's interesting. Who's he directing that towards? Is that the starting lineup? Is that Zach? Is that anybody else? I don't know. But it's time to play hard. Zach Levine. Oh, Patrick Williams gets a dunk by Nikola Vucevic in the post. Paolo misses. Rebound Vooch. Vooch goes to Craig. It's time to play hard. Craig to Kobe. Finds Vooch in the post, and that is stolen. An alley-oop. Kobe White ends up intercepting the alley-oop. It's transition for Torrey Craig. Gonna take it himself. And that's an and one for Torrey Craig. Again, a good start for the Bulls in the second half. It's everybody. Stacey King is right. Reminds me of the old Bulls Rose era type. Yeah, the Rose era, everybody worked hard. Hard-working team. Joakim Noah, hard worker. Luol Deng, hard worker. Derrick Rose, hard worker. You go to the bench, you got Captain Kirk, hard worker, that guy. So, absolutely, a team full of hard workers. This team, right now, not really playing hard. But again, they've had a good start to this quarter, so let's hope they finish strongly. Paolo wants to attack Pat. Good defensive work for Patrick Williams. He's going to get a steal here. Surely we get it. Kobe White got it in the end. Vooch almost turns it over, but he doesn't. Torrey Craig attacks the rim and gets the layup. The Bulls are coming back. It's a 12-point game. Rose was another very close era. He was so good, and I don't think people realize that either. He was fantastic, man. He won the MVP for a reason. He was solid. Goga is absolutely destroying Vooch. Every time I've seen him, he's trying to reach in the post. Goaltending, Vucevic will get the bucket. Yeah, so again, put that on the scouting report, man. Every time he's in the post, Goga reaches. It's in the scouting report now, man. Come on. Learn to adapt. Throw it in a position where he can't reach for it. Oh, Vooch goes for the steal. Almost gets it. Franz Wagner now in the paint. Kicks it to 3 for Paolo. He gets it. And there we go. Back to a 16-point game or 17-point game, whatever it is. 15, I think. Patrick Williams attacks. Finds Vooch. Vooch, Kobe, pick a roll. Torrey Craig in the post. Again, they are prioritizing Vooch in the post here. Black just runs straight from the corner to try and intercept that pass, and he ends up getting the foul call. Someone's got to move for Nikola Vucevic, man. If it's our goal to put him in the post, if they're going to double team, someone has to move off the ball. Vooch wants to take it himself. Post hook. And he gets it to go. Alright, here we go. 44 to 57. Paolo. Franz Wagner for 3. Off. Rebound Pats. What's going on? What's up with Drummond? Feel like I haven't heard his name. He has 4 points and 9 rebounds. He's actually doing fairly decent. He's not in the game at the moment, though. Wagner gets blocked. Black finds it in the corner for Suggs. Oh. Yeah, guys are not playing hard right now. Open corner 3. Billy Donovan is not happy. You can see it in his face. Vooch finds the corner. Patrick Williams for 3. It's off. Rebound Vooch. Saves it to Craig. Zach Levine with an off-ball cut. Finally! And he gets a layup. Oh, he missed it. How did he... Bro, he actually... Nah, that's crazy. I was convinced he made that, bro. My eyes deceived me. How did he miss that? Vooch doesn't get the board. Orlando tries to save it. It goes to Craig. In transition, Torrey Craig takes it himself. He's going to go to the line. Oh, my goodness. Zach LaVine is having another howler. I cannot believe he just missed that. All right, Torrey Craig going to the line. He's had the best start of the quarter here. He's gone from 2 points to 7 and make that 8. I'm stunned. I'm genuinely stunned. All right, well, going to the line for another one. Okay. Oh, my. Paolo again with the ball. Pick and roll. Switch to Kobe. He's in the post. Double team. Kobe does well to get back to his man. Suggs misses the 3. Rebound Patrick Williams. Pack would be on the verge of a double-double here. Keep your eyes on that. Vooch takes it himself. Kicks it to the corner. To Pat. To Zach. Zach attacks. Finds Vooch. Misses an easy one. We're missing easy shots here. Oh my goodness. Kobe, good defense. He's going to get fouled. He's going to get a foul on him. Oh man, that is frustrating. I feel for Billy Donovan, man. I know he's going to get a lot of blame, and I still don't think he should be here, but when the Bulls are playing like this, what are you supposed to do as a coach? Like, how are you supposed to handle something like that? Vooch shouldn't have passed out. He got the shot in the end. He just missed it. Like, how is Billy Donovan supposed... Like, again, I understand Billy Donovan is not the most amazing head coach out there, and I'm not defending him at all, but when you're seeing this, when you're the coach and you're seeing your team play like that, missing easy layup, easy shots, every possession, little to no defensive effort, what are you supposed to do? Like, what can you do? Poor guy, bro. Poor guy. And I guarantee you some people are going to be saying Billy out. It's his fault. I feel sorry for him, man. I feel bad for Billy. He should be going, but man, these players should be held accountable. They should. Anyway. Okay, let's see what the chat is saying. I've gone from not wanting the rebuild to being over this team in 1/3 of a quarter. Yep. LaVine is 1 from 10 in the paint in his last 2 games. If I could face palm right now, I would, but I'd break my glasses, so I'm not going to do that. Bench them. Not really anything he can do. I got Dashing Donut. I can't see it, but I'm going to go for a coffee because I need that caffeine. Pop would bench him. Pop would trade them. How many layups can a player who shouldn't dribble miss before he's not an off-ball player, but really is a catch-and-shoot player? He's missing everything under the sun. I can't lie. Every single shot under the sun he's missing. But again, last year he made... I don't know. I can't defend Zach LaVine's performance. I just can't defend it. These last 2 games has been absolutely awful. Like, genuinely awful. Like, it makes me tear up sometimes thinking about it. I can't lie. He's just so bad. He's been so bad. But again, he should not be dribbling. He should not be the ball handler on this team. How do we have so many point guards, but Zach LaVine is dribbling the ball? We have Kobe, Ayo, Javon Carter, Alex Caruso, even DeMar DeRozan dribbles the ball. How do we have so many guards, but Zach LaVine is the primary ball handler on this team? I'll never understand it. His next team, bro, he's better be playing with the most elite point guard out there. He needs to be playing with someone elite in the point guard spot because the ball should not be in his hands. I'm sorry, it shouldn't be. I don't want to rant. I'm gonna keep my composure. Ah. Okay, here we go. A pick and roll. Paolo in the corner, trying to post Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso, excellent defense as per usual. Shot clock violation for Orlando. Levine might be good for the Pacers. Let Tyrese play make while Zach plays the Buddy Hield role. Not even the Buddy Hield role. Again, off-ball cuts, off-ball movement. Zach is an elite rim runner. Okay, maybe not this game. But Zach LaVine was an elite rim runner. He can attack the paint. He can get to the line. He can dunk the ball. He's won the dunk contest several times. And in his early days, that's all he did was play make. Or not play make, was slash. Everybody's going to get better when Zach's touches stop clogging up the development pipeline. Well, again, I think that's why people want to rebuild now. So development can happen. Drummond is at the line. Misses the first. But yes, I don't think exactly... Like, if you go... I actually want to see if this is still the case. Don't mind me. Let the game play out the way that it's playing out. On Basketball Reference, Zach LaVine is still listed as a point guard. I want to check that. He was shooting guard / point guard. Let's take a look. Zach LaVine, Basketball Reference. So Zach LaVine on Basketball Reference is listed as a shooting guard, a small forward, and a point guard. Oh my goodness. May as well list him as a center as well. Why not? So you see what I mean? Yeah, they listed him as a shooting guard, a small forward, and a point guard. The ball should not... He should not be a primary ball handler. I'm sorry. Even when we got him the max. You know Zach LaVine, there was a stat last year. It's obviously not going to be like this year. Zach LaVine from the left corner of the three-point line shoots 46% from that range. You know what I mean? Zach shot 46% from the corner. Zach shoots over 40% from a catch and shoot. Zach LaVine does not play the style of game he should be playing for Chicago. So I think the next thing that he goes to, because clearly it's not going to work out here, the next thing that he goes to, this guy better be more in a catch and shoot, more in a off-ball movement type of role. Like what Torrey Craig is for the Bulls right now. That's where Zach needs to be. At a more effective level, of course, with more shots. We'll see. I don't know. Overrated. He shouldn't be. He's a shooting guard. Nothing more. This is honestly shouldn't be this hard. Positionless basketball. You could be listed as whatever you want. Let's check. While we're here, let's check DeMar. Hold on. Oh, man. I got rid of the... Okay, let's take a look at this. DeMar. Let's see what DeMar DeRozan is listed as. On Basketball Reference, DeMar DeRozan is listed as a small forward and a power forward and a shooting guard. That seems more accurate than Zach LaVine being a point guard. Hi. Okay. All right. He's a Kyle Korver, Tyler Hero. I would compare him to Tyler Hero, absolutely. I think he's a slightly better version of Tyler Hero, even though this season he's not been. Tyler Hero's been much better than Zach LaVine this season, but I would compare him to a Tyler Hero. Send him to Golden State. I mean, people are saying trade Zach LaVine for Klay Thompson. I don't know. I feel like the version of Klay Thompson that we see now will not work for the Bulls. If we traded for Klay Thompson 3 years ago, maybe. I don't know about this version of Klay Thompson. No way. He can't even make his dunks. Are you talking about Zach? Well, I don't know. Bro, the reason... Okay. I feel like the reason why Zach LaVine is missing every single layup under the sun right now is because he's the one that's creating them. He's getting the ball from the top of the key. He's the one in the pick and roll. He's the one taking layups over 3 people. If you had a point guard that could set up Zach LaVine in a catch and shoot, or for an alley-oop, or for an off-ball cut, he will make them. And he will force to be going to the line. Zach is trying to make his own shots instead of a point guard making his shots for him, if you know what I mean. And I think that's a lot of Zach's responsibility as well, because he's the one that wants the ball in his hands so much. I mean, look at the usage rate. I'm sure Zach LaVine has the most usage rate in this team, especially today with no DeMar. Alex Caruso with an alley-oop to Andre Drummond. That's a highlight play for the Bulls. Okay. So Zach's the starting PG. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Basketball Reference. You know, the website Basketball Reference, a very highly respected website that shows all the stats for the players and stuff like that. They list Zach LaVine as a shooting guard and a point guard. That's what I'm saying. So at some point, they believe Zach LaVine plays point guard for this team. Which is fair, because he has the ball in his hands so much. Sometimes he does play point guard for this team. Zach being listed as a PG is ridiculous. It is what it is. But I'm showing you. I'm trying to explain. That's why, I guess, the ball is in his hands so much. You know, that it correlates with that. The ball is in his hands so often, he's considered a point guard. I think, I'm just saying, in his next team, he should be playing with a point guard that can set him up better. If that's a Tyrese Halliburton, that's great. If it's a Stephen Curry, that's great. If it's, you know, Chris Paul plays for that team as well, great. Whichever team he goes to, if it's for Memphis and he's playing with Ja Morant, that's great. I guess what I'm also trying to say is he shouldn't be the number 1 option on a team as well. Especially this version of Zach. He should not be the number 1 option. Anyway. Again, I'm ranting. I don't mean to turn on Zach LaVine. I'm just saying, like, the way that he's playing now, these last 2 games, oh my goodness. Like, I want Zach of last year back, you know? Zach of last year towards the second half of that season, 27 points, was attacking the basket, you know, getting good layups, getting to the line, making his threes. Zach of last year, towards the end at least, from December onwards, was great. It was fantastic to watch. I don't know. Yeah, it's still crazy. We didn't get Zach a decent point guard. They still want to give us Hero. I don't know. I don't know if Miami want to give us Hero or not. That's up to them. Yeah, with Beverly. But Beverly's not exactly a playmaking point guard. I just think he's a good motivator. Maybe we've lost that motivator. I know I'm making it sound like I hate Zach LaVine and I'm turning on him. I like Zach LaVine. I will always respect Zach LaVine. But I don't respect the Zach LaVine of this version that I feel like doesn't care. He's just taking any shot he wants at this point. I mean, let's take a look at the stats for Zach. Let's take a look at this version of Zach. Zach has 8 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and is 2 from 11. That's Zach's stats today, thus far. That's not the Zach I appreciate watching. And when you see the eye test of Zach LaVine today, it's just horrible. So, yeah. I don't mean to turn on Zach, but when he's playing like this, it's kind of hard to stay composed. 24 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists for Hero in his last game. It will be very hard to get him off of Miami. There you go. Again, I don't know what Miami want to do. Miami's the team, in my eyes, is very unpredictable. I don't know what Miami are going to do. But yeah, right now, again, I think we've all admitted it. Tyler Hero is playing better than Zach LaVine this season. Last year, there was a debate there. Tyler Hero got hurt in the finals, and Zach LaVine was averaging 27 at one point last season. I think he averaged around 24 points in total, but towards the end of last season, from February onwards, he was averaging 27 points per game, Zach. So, yeah, it's been difficult. Now it's difficult, considering how we started the season and how Tyler Hero started the season. It is difficult. The head's gone. Hey, look, we might crack 80 points, though. We were on 33 points in the first half. 56 now. So at least we're scoring the ball better, but we're still down pretty big. They offered that package to Dame. I doubt they would give the same package for Lillard, who is not for LaVine, who is not as good. Okay, I know what you mean. They offered a bunch of stuff outside of Tyler Hero as well, though. Like, they offered Tyler Hero, what was it? Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and some picks, I think it was. I don't know. Maybe they're just desperate to get rid of Tyler Hero, even though he's playing well for them. Again, we'll see. I don't know what Miami would do. I really don't. Would Zach LaVine play well in Miami? If you think about it, Miami's team consists of Jimmy Butler as probably the main ball handler, with guys like Kyle Lowry and stuff like that. I don't even know if Kyle has. I have not seen Kyle Lowry's stats this year if he's even played, but I still feel like he'd be playing similar, in all honesty, because Miami don't. I feel like Miami's biggest thing is that their half-court offense is not great. I feel like that's always been their problem with Miami. So Zach LaVine could help that, but at the same time, if he's going to have the ball in his hands chucking up random shots, he would probably be playing very similar with Miami. So I don't know. I don't know if Miami's going to be the best fit for him. I could see Portland being a trade partner for Zach. I don't think Portland would want Zach LaVine. I mean, Portland, they traded Dame. They've got a bunch of young talent now. Good picks. I don't know why they'd give that up for Zach. Why would they do that? It doesn't look like they're trying to compete. I feel like, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe if we take Jeremy Grant off their hands, because Jeremy Grant's on a hefty contract, but that doesn't help us either, in all honesty. I can't see Portland wanting Zach. If they want Zach, fair enough. I'd love to take their picks. I just don't see them wanting him. I think we're looking at teams like OKC. I'd look at OKC the most. I want OKC to go in for Zach, because they got picks. I want their picks. Give me some of their picks. Anyway, we'll see. I'll have to make a video about that a little bit later, discussing the teams I'd like to see in for Zach LaVine, what teams could suit Zach LaVine, stuff like that. There are a bunch of teams out there I think Zach LaVine could work for. Could, key word, because, again, I still think Zach should have the ball in his hands a lot less than he does. So as long as a coach sees that in Zach LaVine, I think any team could work for him. But right, with the ball in his hands as much as he has this season for the Bulls, it's not working out at the moment. Okay. Someone's fouled, or I don't know what's happened there. The third quarter's coming to an end again. I have not watched this third quarter. Oh, man. This might be the only watch-along where I'm not truly watching the game. I think I watched the start of the third and nothing else since. Let's take a look. I think Cole Anthony has gotten a technical on for Alex Caruso. So someone should be taking a free throw for the Bulls. It will be Vucevic. He makes it. All right. So it should be Bulls ball as well. It is. All the way. No pain defense for Orlando there. Just takes it in. All right, Joe Ingles. We all love a little bit of Joe Ingles. All right, Jonathan Isaac wants to attack mid-range. Off. Rebound Torrey Craig. Kicks it to Io. Io finds Vooch in transition. That's off. Alex Caruso tips it to the other team, unfortunately. All right. Cole Anthony now. He's going to try and isolate on Caruso. No, he passes it back. He gets it back. 5 seconds left. Vooch switches onto him. Tough shot. Rebound Craig. Good defense from the Bulls. Javon Carter. Caruso. 4-3. Got the buzzer. Alex Caruso. That's a heck of a 3 right there. That's exactly what we needed. And it's back to single digits in the 4th quarter. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT. That's it. Alex Caruso. What a shot. All right. Well, hey, this is a big 4th quarter here. Do we bring Zach LaVine back with the horrible night he's having? Or do we try to go on a little bit of a run with Caruso in the team, keeping the team the same? This team's went on a run. The lineup out there, the Vooch, Io, Caruso, Javon Carter, Torrey Craig team. Do we keep that in there for the start of the 4th? I'd like to see that. Go on more of a run. Now let's take a look at Alex Caruso's stats. Let's take a look at that. Alex Caruso, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and is 4 from 5 from the field. He's been the best player. Our highest scoring player right now is Vucevic and Torrey Craig, both with 11. Wow. This team's slacking, man. Again, we're about to crack 80 points, though. So, look, 80 points is usually horrible, but we were on track for about 70. So, I guess we did better than I expected us to do after that 1st quarter or 1st half, whatever it is. We're still in the game as well, most importantly, so we can still walk away with a win here. What that win will do for us, I don't know. Some people might not even care about the win anymore, knowing that we're going to be trading Zach LaVine at some point this season. Some people will not care about that win. But if you're watching the game just for the sake of watching the game, the Bulls are in this. Caruso is the only player with a positive plus-minus. Oh, bro, I'll tell you this. In almost every single game Alex Caruso plays, his plus-minus is through the roof. Like, literally a 20-plus plus-minus for most of those games that he's played. And that's why I think he's such a valuable piece. Like, we shouldn't, in my eyes, if we're retooling the team, we're trying to compete without Zach LaVine, you don't get rid of Caruso as well. That's all I'm going to say. If we're rebuilding, Caruso can go for a lot. The way that he's playing this season, we can get a lot for Alex Caruso. I'm not saying the same level as we could get for Zach, but we can still get a hefty amount. We've got to be very mindful. Be very selective with what we do with Alex Caruso. That's the one I want to be cautious about. Vooch misses the post hook. Looks like Isaac hurt his finger. Hopefully he's okay there. I don't know if he got hit in the face or he hurt his finger. But the 4th quarter has started and we missed the easy one there. They need to wait on Caruso until the deadline to start a bidding war. Yeah. The Bulls might be going on a firing sale soon. Or fire sale, not firing sale. All right. It is now an 11-point game. Io, pick and roll, finds Torrey Craig, doesn't shoot the three. And Vucevic looks like he got an offensive foul there on Jonathan Isaac. Let's see the replay there, because I didn't get to see what Vuce did. He just chucked him. Okay, fair enough. I would say a bit of an acting job there, but it is what it is. It is a push. All right, here we go. Franz Wagner attacks the paint, gets the floater. Orlando going on their run, trying to manage this game out. Io with a pick and roll. Javon Carter finds Rich in the post, goes to Kobe. Kobe to Io. Io attacks, kicks to Javon Carter for three. That's off. Rebound Io. Javon Carter in the corner. Bang. Io leaps over the competition and gets the assist. It's a heck of a play from Io. Okay, back to 10 points. Cole Anthony wants to take Kobe off the dribble, finds the corner. Joe Harris for three. Missed. Not Joe Harris. Gary Harris. My bad. Thinking of the wrong guy. We did versus the Pistons recently. Kobe wants to isolate. Shoots a deep one. That's off. Don't like that shot from Kobe. Alright. Wagner just, taking his time. Kicks it to Anthony. Franz Wagner, step back mid-range. Got it. This guy's lethal. He's absolutely cooking this Bulls team. Javon Carter finds Vooch. Vooch goes off the dribble. Turns it over. Vooch is not having a good game either. I feel like every time he gets the ball, there's a turnover incoming. Vucevic gets the ball. That's an air ball. Someone's going to have to step up if we're going to have a chance. We need a takeover game from someone. Kobe attacks. Air balls. Torrey Craig rebound. Goes up. It's an ugly offensive game from the Bulls. Sometimes these dirty work offensive rebounds is what it's going to take to win this game. Levine is coming in. I see him. Jordan says, oh no, not Levine. Levine's coming in. And I think Drummond is coming in as well. Or is that Pat? I don't know who that is. Andre Drummond. It is Andre. All right, we'll see. Zach LaVine, he has one quarter for redemption here. You saw what he did against the Bucks. He scored 14 points in that quarter to make it look like he had a decent game, even though he didn't. We'll see if he does the same thing here. It might actually mean something in this game. Javon Carter with the strip. Excellent defense there. Good help. Torrey Craig to Javon Carter to Kobe. Kobe off the dribble. Gets into the paint to Zach. Finds Kobe. Kobe White gets into the paint. Javon Carter open for three. Unlucky. Andre Drummond gets the rebound. And he will get fouled. Can I just say that's an excellent pass from Kobe White. I know he's having an awful game, but that was a brilliant pass from him. Let's not take that away. Unfortunate miss for Javon Carter. And then a whole bunch of Orlando jerseys swiping for that ball. Andre Drummond is on the verge of another double-double. Kobe attacks the paint. Off. A loose ball foul. Kobe White can't buy a foul at the moment. Okay, Bulls ball. Finds Toy Craig, back to Kobe. Found Drummond in the post. Mo Wagner was the one that fouls him. Wowee, all right. Well, still 10-point game. Nothing's really happened in these last couple minutes, in all honesty. Okay. Zach in the corner. A little bit of isolation play. Zach goes up in the mid-range. Bad shot. He did get the defender to jump. But no foul was called there. So, again, bit of a questionable shot there. Paolo in the post. Mo Wagner gets an easy layup. Miscommunication there. You see, this is also another problem with the Bulls. I'm not even going to say Zach LaVine. It's with the Bulls. How many open shots in the paint do other teams get against us as Kobe gets a layup? That wasn't open, by the way. But, you know, it feels like teams can break us apart on defense or, you know, find an easy player because they move without the ball. And since the Bulls don't move a lot without the ball, you don't tend to find an open guy to get an easy layup or anything like that. It's a lot of work for the Bulls to get their buckets. As Mo Wagner misses an easy layup, Patrick Williams fronted and couldn't get the steal, but he missed it. Andre Drummond lob! Got it to go. Kobe White trying to find his playmaking rhythm. Back to single digits. 12 assists only for the Bulls in 4 quarters. That's ridiculous. Franz Wagner misses. Zach LaVine in transition. Surely, Zach, attack this. He's got one. Zach LaVine scores a layup. Again, in transition. Surely he wouldn't have missed that, and he didn't. Supermax incoming. That's a brilliant layup. He got the defender jumping. Has the athleticism to stay in the air. Change the shot up a bit. Zach LaVine. It's a good layup. Oh my. Again, in transition, Zach had to score that. Again, if he missed a transition layup. I don't know. What's Atlanta looking like so far? Why not take a look? Atlanta are 5th in the East. They're 6-4. That's what they look like thus far. And they just lost to the Knicks today. By 2 points. There you go. Benny the Bull, half court. Come on, Benny. Hit the rim. I feel like Benny hasn't missed one yet. Every home game he's made a half-court shot. I don't like his form. His form's a lot different than the other Benny. I mean, they're supposed to be the same person. Are the Knicks going to trade Julius? Julius has had a bad start to the season. I think it's a possibility that they could trade Julius Randle. It's a possibility. I wouldn't say yes or no. I can't give you a distinct answer because it's not like, again, with Zach LaVine, you know they're going to trade him because of all the rumors. There's not as much rumors about Julius Randle than there is about Zach LaVine right now. They might still win, but this 4th quarter by Orlando is showing why they need a Zach LaVine. Oh, Jordan coming in. He's trying to spit some facts. Well, again, I feel like it just depends on what Orlando's direction is. If they feel like Zach LaVine is the next step to compete, they may as well trade for Zach LaVine. If they think they still got a way to go and maybe they still need to work through the draft a little bit more, then I don't see them going for Zach. But Orlando's a team I'd be looking at. Give me your picks, Orlando. We gave you picks for Vooch. You give us picks for Zach. I think that's fair. I think that's very fair. All right, 81 to 75. The Bulls have fought their way back in the game. Alex Caruso's coming in. We see him. Paolo, floater, bad shot. He's going to get bowed out with a foul. So who's going out for Alex? It would probably be Io, I would assume. Paolo's going to be shooting the first. Paolo. Oh, he's got the shooter's bounce. That's crazy. Season high for rebounds for Pat and Drummond. I mean, I think they're both on the projection to get a double-double. What does Patrick Williams have in terms of points? Because I think Drummond has 9 points and 12 rebounds, I think. Let's take a look. Well, look at the stats. Why not? Pat's 9 points, 8 rebounds. Drummond's 9 points and 14 rebounds. They're both close. Okay. Drummond loses the ball. Paolo kicks it. Oh, it's an easy one. Again, not going back on defense. The Bulls calls, Billy Donovan calls a timeout, a good timeout as well. Again, we did all the hard work to bring this to single digits. Suggs just finds a no look. It's not good enough. Not good enough at all. So bad, I think I need a drink. All right. Season high turnovers. What a surprise. What a surprise. The Bulls have turned the ball over. Not nice. Players only timeout by the Bulls. Can we do a... we should make the Zach LaVine trade a players only trade. Only the players can decide where Zach goes. Players only trade. All right, the game is coming to an end. I will have to check because I don't know why I did this. I got rid of the actual score on my screen. So let's bring that back. Chicago Bulls and Orlando Magic live score. There we go. We'll just use that. 5 minutes to go. Man, I'm excited for this game to end. I'm not going to lie. Again, it's almost like now that we know the inevitable is going to happen, you lose interest in these games. But again, I haven't said it in the third quarter, so I'll say it in the fourth quarter. If you have enjoyed the stream and you want to see more watch-alongs, you want to see more interactions with me, drop a like, and if you can as well, subscribe, as that can share the stream out to more people. We are 1 like away from double digits. We can get to 10 likes before the stream ends. That would be very much appreciated. So if there's one of you out there that haven't checked, feel free to drop that like. Let's get it to double digits. That would be very, very nice. Okay, so the timeout has come to an end. Io and Pat's closing over Kobe. Well, Kobe's not had a terrific game. We must be honest. It looks like Andre Drummond will not get his double-double. 5 minutes to go. Zach still in the game. He's going to pick a roll with Vooch. Zach takes a three. And he's made it. Zach's coming back. That's a big three. Come on. Caruso. Guarding Wagner. Franz Wagner gets into the paint and Vooch fouls. I understand why we're closing with Pat and Ayo. We need some defense in this team right now. So Pat and Ayo provide that. Zach should only play the final 5 minutes of every game. Well, if he's gonna drop 20 points every fourth quarter. I don't know, bro. I don't know why he's playing this type of way. I really don't. I really don't. He's popping up every fourth quarter. We got the double-digit likes, guys. Thanks for that. Very nice to see. And the free throws have been made. All right, Ayo, pick and roll. Kicks it to Pat. Vooch. Looks like Zach's going to hit the ball again. Another pick and roll. Zach kind of turns away. Tries to find Vooch in the post, and the ball gets deflected. All right, Caruso will inbound. Finds Vooch. Ayo to Vooch, 4-3. That's off. Pat fights his way for the board. Caruso will get it in the end. All right, Vooch in the post. Post hook. Offensive. Come on, man. How's that an off? Let's take a look at this. We're looking at his shoe. I want to see the foul. Thank you. I'm sorry, that's not a foul. With all due respect, that's an acting job, man. That's not a foul. He's undersized. He was always going to get hit in the head because of the size difference. That is not a foul. I respectfully disagree. Oh, okay. I see the elbow. Never mind. I saw the... Okay, I didn't see the elbow the first time. Again, it's just the size difference, man. The elbow was always going to hit his head. If that was a 7-footer, that's going to hit his chest and no call. I don't know. We'll see. It's probably going to be a flagrant, knowing the Bulls' luck. It just seems like every time we're going to get an easy bucket, a foul goes against us sometimes. It's one of those types of games. They're taking a while to review this. It's tough. It's a common foul. No good. Okay. It's going to go back to Orlando. No flagrant for Vooch. $19 turnovers for the Bulls today. Okay, here we go. Wagner, Caruso on him. They're blitzing him. Wagner again. They're going to blitz him again. They find Black in the corner. Shoots the three. Off. Io gives the ball back to him. Io was in the right position, but the ball slips out of his hands and the center takes advantage. And that's going to be a foul on Caruso, I think. Just realized when DeMar said we will never see him shoot 3 for 14 again, is because he isn't playing. Nah. He'll play next game, I'm confident. DeMar will play again, don't worry. Or worry, it's up to you. You do what you want. All right, this game could potentially go back to double digits with another made free throw. Missed. I'm also very disappointed the Bulls haven't defended home court. I said it at the beginning of the week against the Pistons. The Bulls have to defend home court, and we're 1-1 at home this week. So, not good. Vooch gets a post hook. All right, here we go. They're trying to blitz Wagner again. Good defense. Rebound Patrick Williams. Pat's going to bring the ball up himself as well. He's going to stay aggressive. Goes all the way to the paint. Kicks it out to Vooch. Vooch kicks it to Zach. Someone's going to have to shoot this ball. Vooch post hook. Got it. It's 5 points. Vooch is the new king of the fourth quarter. Whoa, he's playing like, these post hooks. Paolo goes up. Patrick Williams, excellent defense. He gets it to go. Tough shot. Caruso goes up and under. Caruso with the Caruso. Show and go, baby. Alex Caruso. Come on, let's get some more defense in there. Alex Caruso with 14 points. Vooch, good help defense. He's fallen on the floor. How does he still get that pass off? Paolo for 3. Oh my goodness. How has he got that pass off when he's falling? Oh man. Vooch 4-3. Come on, Vooch. Big shot. In and out. That looks like it's going to be game. It looks like we had glimpses of trying to win this game, but we fall short. Paolo on Zach. Franz Wagner attacks. Off. It's a shot clock violation. That did not hit the rim. 8-point game. 1 minute 27 to go. Jonathan Isaac coming in for some defense for Orlando. It's a good coaching decision right there. Magic's half-court offense is so stagnant, they need Levine ace. I don't think Orlando's going to be in this watch-along, unfortunately. You're sending that message to the wrong people. Vooch gets another tip in. Here we go. Caruso! Oh. Suggs. Kobe gets the steal! Finds Caruso! Gets swatted! That's a foul. Will they challenge it? Will they risk a challenge here on Caruso? Caruso's arm, it looks to be in pain. Let's take a look. That's interesting. I think they could challenge this. They're challenging it. I think they're going to win that. I think they're going to win that challenge. That looked like a clean block. It'll stay Bulls ball anyway, but no free throws for Alex Caruso if they do win it. We'll see. Is there anybody here? No. I think there is a foul. Suggs is holding the jersey. If you look real closely, Suggs is holding the jersey. He's holding Caruso's jersey. I think there could be a chance they don't overrule this. You're not supposed to hold someone's jersey. That actually endangers them when they fall. We'll see. We'll see if the refs spot that. We'll see how good their eyes are. Yeah, in 1845 when my uncle was on the Bulls. Wait, do you remember when we had winning streaks? Yeah, Caruso's he's telling him holding the jersey. I don't know. Did they... Caruso shoots 2. Challenge unsuccessful. My iPad almost fell. I caught that. Thank goodness. The right call. That's spot on. Absolutely. He held the jersey. You guys remember when Cameron Bairstow was on the Bulls? Those were good times. If you know, you know. So Orlando loses their challenge and the Bulls will be shooting 2. All right, Caruso, we need these, buddy. Makes the first. Made the second. Okay, here we go. The Bulls are still alive in the game. Come on, some defense. Still blitzing. Turnover from Franz Wagner. Threw it in between 2 Orlando players. No one collects. Oh my. Game is getting very interesting now. Another timeout for the Bulls. This game's getting very interesting. All of a sudden. There's a lot to look forward to here. Timeout for the Bulls. A 4-point game. Bulls basketball. 37 seconds left, I think, on the clock. We could still run away with this. Does anybody want to see an overtime game? Does anybody want OT? What are your guys' thoughts? Overtime could be on the horizon. Maybe not. Maybe we just miss the buckets. And it's pretty much game over from there. We're seeing the Bulls flags being waved around the arena. I think they must think we've won the game. We're down by 4 against a pretty much battered and bruised Orlando team. So I don't want to... Not overtime. No one wants overtime. No one wants OT. Well, we'll see. The Bulls have to make the buckets. They got to get there first. All right. Zach LaVine's got the ball. Zach attacks. Finds the corner for Caruso. That's off. Vucevic gets the board. Oh, no. Orlando saves it. And there's a foul. That looks like Orlando. Zach LaVine does foul. Suggs does a good job. Excellent job from Suggs. That looks game to me. I don't see the Bulls coming back from this if they make the free throws. He's missed the first. Youngster, maybe getting a little bit nervous in crunch time. That could be good for us. Come on, miss both. He makes the second. All right, here we go. Zach shoots the three. He got it! 2-point game. The Bulls are going to have to foul. And they do foul. Again, say what you like about Zach. He's making some timely ones. As in about time, but still timely. Alright, Black makes the first. It's a big free throw here. Off! Caruso board! And a Billy timeout. One shot to win the game here. It's exciting. This game's been very average overall, but it looks like an exciting end here. It's not over yet. Like I said, it's about time. It's about time Zach came up with a big shot. He got a big shot there. That's why he does play in the fourth. I know people wanted him to be benched. He had a bad game against the Bucks, a bad game here. But that's a big shot. And he's probably going to be in for another shot at least. I'm assuming Zach will be taking the final shot. A big one here. Big possession. OT or nothing, it looks like. Unless we get a 4-point play. They are showing a replay of when Suggs hit the buzzer beater on us last season. Yes, I forgot about that. Suggs did hit a buzzer beater on us last season. I believe they won the season series against us. I think they won 2-1 for us. So there you go. Orlando just have our number. They always have. But we'll see if anybody can make it. All right, 12.7 seconds left. All right, who's going to make this? Caruso inbounding, Kobe, Pats, Zach, and Vooch. Okay. Who's taking this shot? Vooch. Finds Zach. Zach for 3. Oh my goodness, Zach LaVine. Zach. All game, he's been disappearing. All game, he's disappeared. But in the fourth quarter, Zach LaVine makes 2 massive threes to tie this game. This game has not been lost yet. We've been awful all game. Zach's been awful all game, but those are 2 massive shots. Zach LaVine. Jonathan Isaac could not reach there in time. That's crazy. Like I just said, bro, it's about time. It's about time. 19 points in the game for Zach. This is literally a replica game. Zach went from having a bad game against the Bucks to all of a sudden having 20 points. Having a bad game against Orlando. All of a sudden, 19 points and made 2 massive shots. Fair play, man. Script writer's working full-time today. Zach LaVine, a G. There's 7 seconds left. 7.5 seconds left. We'll see what happens. They're talking about Black. Unfortunately, he missed the free throw for Orlando. It looks like he's a bit emotional there. He wanted to win that. All right. We need some defense. Paolo. Fade away. Oh, wow. Paolo Banchero. We have no more timeouts. Patrick Williams doesn't get the shot off. The Bulls still lose. Oh, my. It's back-to-back memories here, man. First is Jalen Suggs. Then it's Paolo Banchero. They all find a way to score buzzer beaters against the Bulls. This is ridiculous, man. I know it's technically not a buzzer beater, but it's the final shot of a game. It's a tough shot. A really tough shot. And how do we not get a shot off? Orlando celebrate in the United Center again. Wow. We did all that work to come back. Zach LaVine, look, you got to give credit where it's due. We were roasting Zach LaVine the whole stream. We roasted Zach the whole stream. He came up big when it mattered. He tied the game. He made the shots. We still find a way to lose the game. Wow. Wow. There's nothing that can be said. Exactly. I'm speechless. What do I say? I'm stunned. The Bulls find a way to lose in heartbreaking fashion. At one point, we were getting blown out in this game. We fought all the way back. Scratched and clawed. Made big shots. Got big stops. Just to lose by a buzzer beater. That's crazy. Fair play to the Orlando Magic. To be fair, they're the rightful winners. They deserve to win. They were up the whole game. They were better than the Bulls the whole game. We would have stole this win if we were going to get it to OT. We could have stole the win, but we were never better than the Orlando Magic. So, fair play to them. They deserve it. I'm going to end this stream here. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Again, if you enjoyed the stream, it's not too late to drop a like on it. Subscribe if you are new. Yeah, it's a tough loss to take, considering how hard we fought back. But yeah, we did lose in the end. It's another bad loss on the record. We did not defend home court. I will see you in the watch-along, not watch-along, the game reaction a little bit later on, a couple of hours probably. And yeah, I'm a bit stunned. I'll see you in the next one. Great stream, thanks. I appreciate the support. Yeah, I'll see you in the next watch-along. That will be against Orlando as well. That's an in-season tournament game. Stay tuned for that one. All that being said, have a wonderful and safe day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. God bless. Take care. And peace.